who knows when he's coming back? Like, they're not even going to answer on him anymore. Who knows what he's dealing with? Where, he's not around and he's not playing anytime soon. So everything's going to be on his plate. Outside of back-to-back, Stolarz is playing. Right. And now, if he's dealing with this, or he says what he says, and now he's got to swing the other way, and he's got to think about that, and he's overthinking plays and how he plays and the goals he gives up, that's got the potential to be really messy.
It does.
And really messy. And I just, right when I heard that, I cringed. Like, that's not, there's no way that's honest, man. Like, there's no way.
That would have been a situation,
assessment.
as much as I talked about him coming out and talking like that, Hayes, what I didn't like about it is, because when you do that, you make yourself, it makes it seem like you're the only guy that cares, and you just seem like a hero. But I almost would have had more appreciation for him doubling down, saying, man, that was just not the response that I was thinking of.
Yes,
like,
same.
Including
or
myself,
someone else.
if he said that.
Right, of course.
Like,
hey,
just,
me first.
Even Duthie, I think he teed me up with a question talking about, like, building off the excitement of the Jays and having a response to the last game. And they had nothing from the drop of the puck, I thought. Like, it was just, they talked about New Jersey having the speed and the skill and having the puck all night. And I was like, that's exactly right. That's what happened. They got skated out of the rink by a skilled New Jersey team. And there was not a lot of pushback. The top line, it is a revolving door on the right side, which is turning into a circus. And you know the coach is starting to hate it because he's like, I'm kind of getting sick of trying somebody out there. He said it himself. He's like, I'm getting sick of putting people there on that right side.
You mentioned comments, Brian. Like, Chief didn't pull any punches either. Like, he was shooting straight, saying, tired. What did he? I think his comment was like, I'm getting tired of this.
Well, we can play it. We have it.
Yeah.
Here's Craig Berube on the effectiveness of the top line, the play of the top line, and the revolving door on the right side.
Right.
I think early on in the season, I thought, they were getting their opportunities and looking pretty good. Now it's like, it's obviously not good enough. I don't feel like they have any sustained pressure in the offensive zone at all. It's one and done or out, or they don't have any sustained pressure in the offensive zone. That's what I see.
I'm sorry. You said at the start of the year that might be a long process of experimentation.
Well, it could be, but I'm getting tired of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's not in a good place, man. Like, again, a 3-3-1. They have a long history of having a slow start in October. Like, that's
and that comment can go two different ways, guys. I'm tired of trying to find the right fit, or it could mean I shouldn't have to be worrying about who is on the right side with the best player on our team. So it's one of the two things.
It's the latter one, in my opinion. I don't care if Al's brother is playing right wing with Austin Matthews. You can't. It can't always be, well, the right winger's not good enough. The right winger doesn't get it done. Matthews has got to be better. I mean, let's just call it what it is. He's got to be better. If it's one and done, it's not the right winger that runs a cycle. But the right winger's the first guy in on the forecheck every single time.
Yeah.
Right winger's the guy with the puck on a stick every single time. Austin Matthews and Matthew Nyes got his deal. He's a big boy now too, right? He's a big part of this team. But Matthews, we talked a lot about it leading into the season. How does he take on this challenge? A lot of people are starting to doubt him. A lot of people are wondering if he's on the other side, of the prime, of being the true number one goal scorer in the league. And I refuted that. All three of us did. I pushed back on it greatly. And again, it's only 7 games, but I thought this guy would come out like a rocket this year to prove he doesn't need Marner, to prove he's healthy, to prove last year was just a write-off season, happens to the best of us. And by the end of the campaign, very possible that still happens. I would still say I believe that will happen. But I have not been impressed with the start. I don't see how anybody could be.
Chief said early on, the first few games, they looked really good. I don't even agree with that. Like, I don't agree with it. There was a segment, even a short segment, where it was like, wow, they're all dialed in and they're getting tons of opportunities. It's been one and done, and I've never seen him and his line mates spend so much time in their own zone.
Yeah.
Like, they're in their own zone and just caved in there all the time, and I've never seen that before. All the time.
I know we don't like talking about him anymore or whatever, but like the Marner effect is real. and there has to be a new normal.
It can't be to this extent, though.
I'm not saying, but I'm not saying to this extent. But I'm saying, keep in mind, not only skill-wise, Mitch is really good defensively. So, he makes a pass. He controls the play in the neutral zone. He was a guy, you talk about sustained pressure. He was a guy who kept plays alive, too, by holding onto the puck, by doing. Now, again, you're not replacing him, and I'm not saying. But what we talked about, and this is why I brought it up, Bryan, as you said, Austin needs to prove that, he can play without Mitch. There's an adjustment period, and he doesn't look like he's adjusted. It looks like you're, and that's where my point is. It's, because Mitch, he kind of had a little bit of a slow start in Vegas, but this Jack Eichel, when he's been playing with him, this guy's been the best guy in the league.
Well, and he's been playing with Hurdle. That's the thing.
Right.
He's even further down the lineup.
Exactly. Like, you look at it, I'm not blaming it on Mitch. What I'm saying is Austin, I'm coming back to your point. Austin needs to find a way what makes him successful. That's shooting the puck. That's being an offensive force. That's holding onto the puck, using his strength. And I think, having Mitch all these years, Mitch was a guy who could put Austin in situations where he would get a look or could do that, where the cycle didn't die because Mitch was really good at picking pucks off, that type of stuff. They don't have that, or they haven't had that, and it's been an adjustment. Not saying that they can't adjust, not saying 10 games from now this doesn't look and feel different, but right now, the first, 7 games in? It's looked and felt different. That team looks and feels different on a lot of different levels, and Austin is the guy who is a top-tier player who has to drag them out of it. It's on him.
It feels like, and I've described this to a couple different people at work, it's like, Mitch Marner is an unbelievable player, one of the best players in the league, but it feels like 3 Mitch Marners have left.
You said that.
It really does.
Agreed.
It feels like 3 of them have left. Excuse me. And it feels like there's no, we can break down all the different parts of their game, like defensemen getting slow back to the puck, special teams, top line, but there is simply not enough people playing well enough.
That's fair.
There's been spurts of William Nylander. Morgan Riley had his 2 days in the sun, and it was like, everyone look at Morgan Riley. And then after that, everything has settled down, and everyone is just out there. And it seems like, and this is what happens when teams are struggling, everyone is just like in slow motion, going through the motions where it's like, who is playing extremely well right now, other than some spotty spots of William Nylander dashes that create plays like last night? Like, no one is playing consistently well right now. And that's why you got what you got. The way we're talking,
Yeah, exactly. And
who's different? Who's a difference? Talk about difference makers. Who is it right now?
It's
Willie.
Willie's the most dynamic player right now on the team, clearly.
By a lot.
Clearly,
yeah, he's making dynamic plays. And beyond that, I can't give you an answer. I mean, Matthews has had spurts, and Matthews has always